guys, welcome to another video on Bharat in Germany. My name is Bharat, and in this video I want to talk about something different. Many of these videos that I try to upload on my YouTube channel, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to kind of give advices to my younger self. Things I would have done better and maybe a bit differently, which would have made my life now a bit easier. So I was having this thought too since a while now that I want to share with you guys, and that is mainly regarding to the way generally most of the students kind of go through their bachelor's. In this video I want to talk about three things. I want to talk about the importance of the universities or the relevance of universities. Second, I want to talk about, does it make sense for you to earn right next to the university studies? And the third thing I want to talk about is just having more options, because this is something that I believe is very, very important. If I tell you about the story of most of the engineering colleges, I think there was some very stupid comment previously, and he was why are you trying to put India in bad light? And you also have to remember that you cannot talk about your local university and then try to superimpose all of that experience to all of the other Indian universities, because we also have IITs and NITs. And I'm like, how many students study in IITs and NITs? And how many students study in local colleges or local universities? So what would be a more representative image? These kind of absolute nonsensical and semi-patriotic comments, I just absolutely don't understand, because if you want to change something, you have to talk about it. If you just think that, yeah, it is going the way it is going and we don't need to worry about it, and sometime in the future things are going to get better anyways, for people like them, nothing ever changes, right? So during engineering, I can tell you that for most of the universities, you are going to have a lot of free time. You will have, first time in your life, free time to watch a lot of series, to do absolutely nothing, to just worry about your exams and your assignments really at the last minute or just the evening before. And this really gives you a lot of time at hand where you can try to improve your skills in different areas, because in engineering what we have seen is that most of the times you're not working 24 hours a day. In masters, when you come to study in Germany, this is going to be somewhat closer to working, let's say 8-10 hours a day, because you really have to learn a lot of things in order to perform well. But at least when you're doing your bachelor's in India, you should try to figure out what kind of other things you might be interested in. One such thing that I wanted to talk second about is doing part-time jobs or doing something on the side. I feel this is such a taboo for most of the people who are kind of in the Indian universities, and it also comes from the parents, and it's yeah, why do you want to do this menial job or something, how does it make sense, blah blah. But when you start doing these part-time jobs, you really build more confidence. You're meeting more people, you're talking to more people. And if you're an introvert, I think this is going to be a great way for you to come out of your shell and kind of just start interacting with people. Now, in the team that I have two people who are still doing their bachelor's right now, and they're working at BIG part-time. So just 20 hours a week or something. And this is very nice. I mean, this shows me the level of maturity that they have. And many other students, they feel yeah, we are just doing our bachelor's right now and we cannot do any kind of job whatsoever. And I believe that doesn't really make sense at all. Because once you start earning your own money, you get a much better sense of how it is to spend money, how it is to put money in a specific place. And this understanding of money is also going to help you in future when you come to Germany for your master's or whatsoever. Huh? So really think about taking up a job on the side. It's really not that bad. And many times you can find some very interesting things that you can do. This also helps you to relieve your parents from some of the financial burden that the studies might be putting on them. So I think you can do so many things right now. You could be from civil engineering, from mechanical engineering, whatsoever. The one basic thing that I really believe that everybody can start doing, and there's going to be more and more demand for this, is going to be video editing. There are so many people who are now running their YouTube channels and are getting successful at it. And whenever somebody is having some extra resources, many people have the wrong idea that anybody who gets more money, they want to keep it for themselves. That's generally not true. If you get more money, you try to figure out ways, how do you optimize the processes? So in that process, you generally think about hiring a video editor. And I think video editing could be something very interesting that you can try. Learning After Effects, that is going to be interesting. Learning how to build websites with WordPress and stuff. There are so many tutorials given on YouTube. You can also do content writing. For this, it always makes sense to have some blog posts of your own. You can just quickly start with Medium, or you can also build your own website. It's really not that difficult. I came from civil engineering background, and I think for me to build a website, it took a week or something, and that was including all of the learning process and setting things up and everything. And the version that you see of my website, bharatingermany.com, is the way it is because I built it, and I do not have any kind of experience from computer science or like, website development whatsoever. I just saw how it is done on YouTube and I did it side by side. You should really keep your mind open. You should try different things because you never know what thing works. And all of the skills that I'm telling you about, these are going to be something that you can use even after your bachelor's. Many students keep on working part-time in these fields, whereas others completely take it full-time. So that is the second thing that you should think about. When you're doing your studies, when you're actually studying in India, think about earning some money on the side. It is really not a bad thing. It is not going to distract you from your studies. Having 20 hours a week or something is definitely the time that you can take out for yourself to just like make some money on the side, so that when you're starting your master's or something, you already have a cash cushion or something built. I really believe that is a good idea. And the third thing I can really tell you about is that social media is booming and it is like still working out. And many people think that it is just going to be something related to like, people who are in marketing or people who are in fitness, people who are in beauty whatsoever. But you actually have no idea what kind of idea that you start talking about and it starts working. So running your own social media channels not only like gives you this self-initiative that you were trying to do something on your own, but it also builds your skills. Many times speaking in the camera and recording yourself and listening to how you speak, that really helps you build your confidence, because every single time you record and you edit, you're able to understand what kind of mistakes you were making and you try to make those mistakes lesser. One thing that I also like really think that we should think about like during our bachelor's and even like, in the school time is working on our English proficiency. I still see some like students like whom I talk to like struggling with their English proficiency, and that doesn't really help, because when you're like thinking about coming to a different country, you need to have at least one language in which you can communicate very fluently in. English is nice, but like I said, when you're in Germany, you need German. So that is going to be another thing that you guys should really focus on. This is again like for the people, doesn't matter if you want to like come to Germany, want to go to US, Canada, whatsoever. English proficiency is something that you should really work hard on. And English proficiency does not improve if you're just binge watching an entire like, season of Friends or something like that, or if you're watching Game of Thrones and things like that. I really believe that recording yourself, listening to yourself, seeing yourself speak, and then kind of understanding what can you improve, that is a major game changer that you should definitely keep in mind. So think about these three things. First, remember that okay, you're going to the university to study, but most of the times you will have enough time to do things on the side. Second, think about doing some kind of part-time job or at least learning some skills, because these skills are going to be super helpful for you in the future, even during your bachelor's when you want to earn some money on the side. And the third thing is really work on social media, and this also helps you improve your English proficiency, because in general you will be like making some content or something, and if you make a content good enough, which is informative enough or like which really changes people's life, people are going to share it around, and that again brings you more attention, and then you can make something out of it. To help you with your English proficiency, we have recently launched another brand, IELTS Crash Course Online, which is also going to be live at IELTSCrashCourseOnline.com, where we will have courses so that when you're preparing for your IELTS exam, doesn't matter if it's for Canada, US, Germany, whatsoever, you can still get help from there and pass your IELTS exam with really good bands. For people who already have a good English proficiency, of course, for them, it does not take so much time to prepare for the exam. What they have to do is they have to really understand the format. But for the people who are struggling with the English proficiency already, I really believe you should follow our Instagram. We are posting there pretty much daily, IELTS Crash Course Online. And you should also record yourself, listen to it, and then, just understand what kind of things you can do better or what kind of things you're doing wrong. That is very important. Another quick thing, we are always looking for new applicants who want to work with us and who are super motivated. So if you want to work with us, write us an email at jobs@partingermany.com and we look forward to your application. So this is pretty much it from my side. I hope you learned something from this video. If you have any kind of questions or suggestions or thoughts, just let me know in the comment section below. I look forward to reading them. Bye.